Hope you guys are having a blessed day or a blessed morning. I just woke up, so I wanted to give my thoughts on the iPhone X and the iPhone. Reason to get the phone, but a bunch of the X video or the 10, as I call it.
Our intention has been to create an iPhone that is all display. A physical object that disappears into the experience. This is iPhone 10. Developing the form and display together defines a whole new integration.
This phone is a copy of Samsung's Galaxy S8 AMOLED 1080p screen from like a couple of years ago. This is nothing new. See, it gives me a reason to not buy this phone because one, it's a copy, and two, Apple's just taken to other shit from other companies and putting it and making it their own. Laziness.
Making boundary between the device. The custom OLED panel was engineered to fold and seamlessly combine with the external surfaces. Mechanical buttons give way to touch and gestures. There's no home button.
They took away the home button, just like they took away the headphone jack. I don't have a problem with them taking away the home button, but I do prefer it. But I think it would be harder for more people to use the iPhone X, considering like older people, because they don't understand how to use it compared to other phones. Taking away the home button would make it harder because they wouldn't understand how to use it. Taking away the home button would technically make it less touchscreen. So that's a stupid idea, in my opinion. But keep listening.
Single swipe takes you to the home screen. A more responsive touch system means the gestures in iOS 11 are more fluid.
More responsive touch system. So they don't improve, they don't change anything but the touch system. They don't improve on anything except the touch system. Already 3 reasons for me not to want to buy the X. At least right now. We keep listening.
The polished stainless steel band reinforces the water-resistant all-glass design. This new glass formulation, the most durable ever in a smartphone, enables
they have a glass design, so when you put your hands on the phone, it gets fingerprints all over it. That's number 4. Number 5 is to get wireless charging with the X, you have to buy the adapter from Apple, which is just way stupid. You have to buy their adapter, which I'm sure is going to cost you a lot of money, considering if you want wireless charging. You can't just use any wireless charger like they're saying. That's bullshit. Alright, keep listening.
For the first time, wireless charging. Our new true depth camera system, contained within...
Again, they're going on and on about the camera and the camera and the camera and all this stuff every single year. I don't care about no stupid camera. I don't care about the goddamn camera. I don't buy a phone for I don't buy my iPhone for a camera. I buy it for the fact that it's easy to use, and I like the fact that it can play games on the phone that can run on pretty well rendered graphics. I play a lot of apps on my phone, a lot of game apps on my phone that are that probably look really nice compared to other phones. Again, I don't care about no stupid camera. I don't take that many pictures with my phone. No reason for me to buy the X. Yeah. Oh, and Google Pixel's phone can destroy Apple's. The only reason I got the 7 is because because it runs faster than the Pixel, and the fact that it can run higher it can run the App Store in Apple's applications way faster than than the Google Play Store can run apps. Apps run faster, and that's the reason why I got the iPhone, because it has a faster processing unit compared to Google. I did my research on that, but keep listening.
This tiny space uses extraordinary depth sensing technology to let you unlock your phone with a glance.
Okay, this is stupid because one, they're using Face ID, which I think is the stupidest shit I ever heard. Trying to sell people on, oh, if you look at your phone every single time, you unlock it with your face. I think that's stupid because every time you want to turn on your phone, you got to look at the goddamn phone every single time. Take your face and you got to put your face toward the phone, and anytime you want to unlock it, you got to put your goddamn face toward the phone. I think that's a stupid idea. That's number 6 on one of the reasons why I don't want the X. I like the Touch ID where you can just put your finger on the goddamn button and open the phone. I'll be right back.
We call this Face ID. It maps the unique geometry of your face with over 30,000 invisible dots. This data is analyzed by the neural engine on the A11 bionic chip, the first of its kind.
Again, Apple's going more with specs. I know how they like to go with specs. I know how they like to get more powerful as they go, but still. To sell somebody a phone, you gotta go more detail besides Face ID and a new camera. Seriously, that's just not something that's gonna sell. But if it does, I'll be surprised because that's just not something. That's just not really very good of a way to sell your product. Just 2 features. Samsung and Google Pixel have way more features than Apple could. I mean, I'm not saying that Apple's a bad company, but they're far from perfect. I think they're getting on their hardware is getting less. They're getting less and less. Apple's more and more behind each year by other companies, but I like the 7. I like my phone, and I think I'm gonna stick with the 7 for a long time. And then when I get a new phone, it'll probably either be the Pixel or a Samsung, because I don't think I'm going to be buying the new versions of Apple's phones. Just don't see a reason to.
Your iPhone now recognizes you, even in the dark, and will adapt to your physical changes. This makes your face your secure password. So with just a look, you can authenticate your phone.
See, this is a bad idea too, Face ID, because when you look at your phone every day, that can tell the CIA or the FBI where you are and who you are by scanning your face every day. They can know where you are, so if you do something that's against the law, they can arrest you for it because they know your Face ID. See, that's a bad thing. Like what happened with Apple and the FBI a couple years ago, where FBI tried to sue Apple over the codes for everybody's phones, and Apple wouldn't give them over. They won the lawsuit. See, Apple's getting themselves into trouble by trying to do all this now. I just don't think you should do that. That's an invasion of your privacy, people.
Or use Apple Pay. The True Depth camera also enables new experiences, like bringing
New experiences, huh, Apple? I don't think so. Real life emojis. That's just not something I'm interested in. I'm not a big fan of real life emojis. I like emojis the way they are. I don't mind sending them the way they are. I think that's kind of creepy how you would have to send a real life emoji like that. Real life emojis that come to life, I think that's kind of creepy, but yet I think that's kind of stupid at the same time. I don't think that's innovative at all. But keep listening, YouTube.
Emojis to life by mapping more than 50 facial muscles in real time. So you can be happy
Facial muscles.
or sad.
Facial muscles. That's how you advertise a product, Apple.
Or cross. Both the front and rear-facing cameras now have portrait mode, and for the first time,
Both the front and rear cameras help have portrait mode, when iPhone 7 and iPhone 7 Plus already had portrait mode. But now we're acting like it's a whole new thing now. Fuck off, Apple.
you can actually define the light in a scene. Based on fundamental photographic...
You can define the light in a scene, when the Google Pixel can do a bunch of other things Apple can't do with their camera. I'm just saying.
principles, portrait lighting produces the effect of real studio lighting. On the back, the dual camera system is completely redesigned. It's made even smarter by the A11 Bionic chip.
Nobody gives a shit about the goddamn motherfucking camera, Apple. The only reason you would even put a camera down is because you were lacking since Steve Jobs died. You're lacking in so much goddamn hardware.
The camera detects elements in the scene to optimize the image before the photo is even taken. The camera we use every day now delivers so much more. And as iOS becomes the world's largest platform...
This looks nothing innovative, Apple. I've seen a lot of other phones that can do things that this can do too. You know, this looks not innovative. This looks like laziness, and it looks the camera looks a little bit more like the 7 to me.
For augmented reality, it will redefine what's possible. This is iPhone 10.
That's iPhone 10, YouTube. Face ID, a new front a new front and rear camera facing system, portrait mode, and a new chip. Pathetic. That is just pathetic. Apple has sunk to a new low since with the iPhone X. Now, let's break down the iPhone 8, shall we? The iPhone 8 and the iPhone 8 Plus. The front, like, techno music in the background, and dynamic volume buttons. Not interested. Techno music and just overall shiny screen. Okay. This is iPhone 8. You haven't even introduced something, and introduced the stuff with it. You haven't even introduced the stuff with it before you even talk about the goddamn phone. You say this is iPhone 7, and then you start talking about it. So you don't even introduce what's with it until like 5 minutes later. Apple, you're full of shit. Frameless full screen. Who gives a shit? Move on. Dynamic volume buttons. Again, they're showing off volume buttons so you can touch the phone and you can swipe up and down. I know a lot of different things that can do that. Yeah. Moving on. Dual screen logo. Who cares about your goddamn logo, Apple? That's not gonna sell. Wireless charging. Wireless charging will not work unless you buy the adapter from Apple. You buy their adapter for wireless charging. Yep, I said it. Get roasted, Apple. That's it, people. Again, shit. Complete and utter just false. Complete and utter just goddamn lack of innovation and going downhill. Hands on, dynamic volume buttons, and wireless charging. That's the only fucking thing that thing can do. That is pathetic on so many levels. Let's break down the iPhone 8 Plus, shall we? Another fucking song in the background. Again, you're showing off how pretty your phone is, but you're not telling about what's with it. That's bad advertising. 5 minutes already in the video and you haven't said nothing. You guys are pathetic. Ugh. Look. The only thing they showed was wireless charging for the iPhone 8 Plus. That's sad, man. Seriously. Look, I'm serious. I'm just saying. Since Steve Jobs died, I feel like they've lost innovation. I thought the 7 was a good idea, but they've sunk too low with the X and the with the with the with the X and the 8 and the 8 Plus. It just doesn't seem like they have much to do with it. In wireless charging. Seriously. There's just no reason to go out and buy these phones. They're just not worth it. And the $199 price tag for the iPhone X, really, I don't see a reason to buy the X. The only reason that it looks good, the only reason that it's new is because of the OLED, really bright screen on the iPhone X, and that's a copy from Samsung. Three reasons, four, maybe 5 reasons not to buy these phones. One, OLED is a copy from Samsung. Apple copies companies and they pay them stuff to take their product and make it their own. They copy and paste things on from other companies because they're that desperate for shit. Because they don't have any innovation because the old creator of Apple died, Steve Jobs. Number 2, wireless charging is only available if you buy their adapter. Number 3, real life emojis don't really mean any goddamn thing to me at all. And I don't think they really would. I really don't think you need to buy that for that either. I think that's a ripoff. Number 6, Face ID can be a bad thing because it can be a loss of your identity as a person. It can steal your identity. It can tell the FBI exactly who you are and where you are at all times. If you don't know, there's apps that track you where you are with social media. I've seen it. Unless you like taking pictures and you're a photographer, I don't recommend getting the iPhone, the new camera system for the iPhone X, because it's really nothing new. Portrait mode was already in the iPhone 7, iPhone 7 Plus, and that just doesn't make any sense. Okay, and and the new touchscreen system, that's gonna be bad because they're probably gonna have bugs when it comes out. It's probably not gonna work well. And nothing seems to warrant that 100 that really expensive price tag for the iPhone X. Except the OLED screen. But I'm not gonna buy it right now. I don't see a reason to. I like my iPhone 7. I like the way it works. I like the way I like how easy it is to use. I like how fast it is. It's still fast compared to other phones. It's still very, very fast compared to the rest of the phones that come out. Um, the 8 and the 8 Plus only have dynamic volume buttons, ease of use, and wireless charging. Both phones, that's all they have. That's all they both have in a nutshell. They're just not worth your money. Well, right now at least. Maybe down the line they might be worth your money, but right now I think it's a rip-off. Apple's trying to rip you off right now. I believe it. Because they're selling you a really high-priced product that they don't even know is going to work correctly when it comes out. Apple's got a whole new idea of how they're going to make their phone with the X. And see, once you try to copy what Samsung does, you just really don't know how it's going to work. If you are considering buying these phones right now, I wouldn't. Because, plus, right now they're really, really expensive. And number two, you don't know if they're really going to be worth your money. On the other hand, the X, you don't know if it's really going to be worth your money. I don't use it anymore like I used to. The reason why I care about emojis or a camera, but you go gaga over a camera because you like it for Snapchat. I don't really give a shit. Anyway, I just don't see a reason to buy these phones right now. I think Apple's trying to sell you an inferior product compared to other companies, and they're trying to be sneaky about it and scheming about it and shady about it so you'll buy their product. I just don't think it's worth it, you know. You guys tell me what you think in the comment section, or you tell me what you think in my video, or you send me or like my video if you agree with me. Like, dislike, send me a comment. Yeah, guys, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. I'm done with my thoughts on the iPhone X and the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus, or sorry, the iPhone X and the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus. Um, there's no reason to buy it right now, or there's probably really no reason to buy it in the future. If I were you, I would get a Google Pixel or a Samsung because those seem to be innovating and getting better and better year by year. On the when Apple seems to be decreasing ever since the 7 came out. When I saw the trailer the first time for X, it didn't excite me. It didn't make me jump out of my skin how well it looked. I didn't care because it didn't look anything new. No, the OLED thing did make me interested in, but the rest of it, no, wasn't worth my money. Either was the 8 or the 8 Plus. So I would save you money. I would save you money. Get the Google Pixel XL or the Samsung Galaxy because those things work. Plus the 8's waterproof. I don't know. It's up to you, but Apple's really scheming to do something really shady now. I'm just telling you, it's not worth your money. At least right now. Maybe it might be down the line, like I said, but right now, it's just a way for Apple to get more money. I'm gonna stick with my 7. I like my 7. I like the way it works, and I like how easy it is to use, and how fast it is, and how I can play games on my phone, and how I get updates every single couple of months. You know, even when I don't buy the new phones. Yeah, I like my phone. I like the way it is. I'm not interested in buying the X or the getting the X or the 7 or the 8 or the 8 Plus right now. Don't buy this right now. It's a scam. It's a scam. It's a scheme to get your money. Again, I don't recommend it, but you do what you want. I'm done, guys, with this review on Apple's new products. I hope you enjoy. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and hope you guys have a blessed day. I'm done. Peace.